Okay, I am back. And I'm gonna go for one more hour, and then we'll call it. Like, even one life. Yeah, that's because in those old in the older games, a lot of people were like, they were scared.
Game saved.
If you wish to succeed in this universe,
Game saved.
People were scared of losing lives because if you lose one, you basically, like, you're done. And there were games like ActRaiser, for fuck's sake, in ActRaiser 2, where you literally had 2 lives in a level. If you fucked up, if you got 2 tries in a level, and then you had to start all over again.
The Clockwork was a massive mothership, originally conceived by Don Gibson to defy the lockdown wars. It served as home for thousands of desperate people, as it made its long journey to the galactic core. When Don eventually betrayed the crew to the Dark Entity, Don, the Entity, and the Clockwork itself became fused into a single mass. The surviving crew spent nearly 5 years rebuilding a new Clockwork, which was later used to destroy the original ship harboring the Dark Entity. The Clockwork, too, was unfortunately short-lived. Shortly after the collapse of the Gate Network, the UTA confiscated the ship, seeing it as theirs, given it was constructed mostly of UTA wreckage. It was later dismantled for scrap.
But yeah, if you play something like... Let me see. Mario 64, that one, if you're not going to speedrun it, don't bother. Most people really just want to see people who can do, like, crazy parkouring in that game. Banjo 1 and 2, you can play through that pretty, you don't need to speedrun that, and people love to watch it. It's just, especially with the release of what is it called, Ukulele, and how that turned out. People are very, very keen on reliving, like, the Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, remembering all the nostalgia. Like, I love that game, but people really have, like, giant rose-tinted glasses with that game. And DK64, honestly, I would say you don't need to speedrun it, but if you don't, like, show off the glitches of that game, it's kind of eh. It's a lot of eh. Then again, it's not really hard to show off the glitches in those games, because 90% of that game is glitches. It's a lot of glitches.
Added to cargo hold. Awareness expanded.
Is this place called Wallace? Oh, okay. It's named after a dog. Dog with a tiny beard.
Map updated.
Alright, okay, let's go here. Nose.
Arena.
Battle wagon mode activated.
What's that? Oh, people were a lot of or no. The was about Donkey Kong 64. Like Donkey Kong 64, if you run that, it's kind of The same way with mainly because it's so glitchy. Like it's an okay game, but its glitches are so numerous now that it's just like people want to see the glitches. Also Ukulele was, I guess, I mean, all I heard was people complaining about it, and then I heard nothing, so. But, I mean, to be fair, you could probably learn to speedrun Mario 64 no problem. I did, and I'm fucking incompetent. Like, I'm nowhere near as good as, say, Siglemic, obviously, but I can beat it in, like, I want to say... what was my times? Because I know that I kept records of them. I want to say 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Like nothing noteworthy, but I can I can speedrun it fairly decently, and pull off a lot of the tricks. It's just I'm also a dork and I fall in pits. But if it can bring back stuff, then I don't care. But either way, Agile right side is sniper cannons. Now, one of the main things about this game is you want to be on your side most of the time, because then you can have both sides of your ship fight. Oh, this is a bad idea. Hot Chameleon, yes. Would... I'm sorry, really? Really? I don't get it. But... then again, I'm a dork, so...
Battle wagon mode activated. Target locked. Obliterating. Shields offline. Go get yourself a coffee. I got this.
Go get yourself a coffee, hon. I got this.
Shields offline.
Honestly, I don't know that I...
In the not-so-distant future, when the ship is exploding and the flesh is melting off your skeleton, I want you to remember the terrible, terrible choice you made here today.
Oh, that's terrible, Carl. Yeah, if you start speedrunning a game, just understand that you're never going to be able to play it normally. Like, you're never going to be able to look at it the same way again. Like, when I started speedrunning, Mario 64, previously I played it casually and just, like, fucked around. After speedrunning, it's like, I just have to go fast. I don't see it as Goombas and, explosions coming at me. I see it as, like, okay, I can break through this, I can jump over that and gain height. That's going to do this. It basically, I see it more like machine code, effectively. An anthracite yucca lizard thing. Why are you attacking me?
Quite pleased everyone was able to pull it together during these rough times and get their respective jobs done. Hold steady, folks. We're starting to shape up real solid.
Solidification would not be necessary if you simply disallowed this depth-impaired abomination to dismantle my beautiful clockwork. We are in an infantile state now by comparison. This has been years wasted. I expect to be compensated for my time.
I'm sure that compensation can be arranged. Do you have change for a dime? What exactly is wrong with your chrome anyway? You didn't seriously think we were gonna let you keep a ship built entirely out of UTA property, did you? Surely you're intelligent enough to come to this deduction on your own.
By the void. This again. The next person to bring up the clockwork is getting keelhauled. I'm so tired of hearing it. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't you all grind me up for my one lapse in judgment. Let's warp under the bridge. What's done is done. Get over it. Or get a helmet.
Perhaps if you exerted a more strict sense of discipline amongst your subordinates, you wouldn't have such a hard time keeping everyone in line. The Alliance didn't tolerate such insubordinate behavior, especially from the science staff.
Oh, you mean the same UTA that wiped out half the galaxy? The same UTA that kept everyone under their thumb for a millennia? The UTA is dead, died, killed, toast. They choked themselves with greed and the universe itself was thankful for it. The only reason we are still alive is because I made it so. Don't you ever tell me how to run my ship again.
We may be able to hobble around the cosmos like a lame animal, but our thalamus is still far too smooth. I suggest we locate a capital star base in order to expand our regional awareness. From there, my seemingly magical skills can penetrate their computer core. If there is anything on the weeb about the infection, I will find it. The data will be mine.
Make it do right.
Make it do right, really? Cap. Oh, I guess I'm here.
Battle wagon mode activated.
Oh, right, because I'm in, this dickwad wanted to fight. I'm spinning. I've lost shields. Oh, Christ, this thing's on my ass. Oh, hell.
Shields offline. Engaging.
Ah, shit, I need that. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna lose this.
Shields offline. Shields offline.
Oh, piss.
Target locked. Obliterating.
Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay, it's starting to lose HP. Thank fuck. No, I didn't mean to turn around. Thank you.
Shields offline.
Oh, I've made a mistake. I need long range weaponry. Strikecraft are so much more powerful than capital ships still. They said that they made that they balanced them, but I'm not certain about that. Yeah, I'll take all of
Game
those.
saved.
Behold, the power of science. It is only a matter of time before I can computerize the entire crew, invalidating the need for pointless chatter such as this.
Right. More HP. How many? Yeah, I can put one more core on. What do we've got? Fighters. I mean, it would help, but... Yeah, I'll take that. Is more... Yeah, I still need to get Breath of the Wild at some point. Maybe I should get at this, this Herpaderp. Oh, you have a Telegram sticker of him? That doesn't surprise me. I need a left wing.
Game saved.
Well, that's a capital transport, so maybe this is...
Signal
Yep.
detected.
At long last, we have finally arrived. The scanning may commence. Let me get my magnetic altering dingle arm connected to the perforated relay lattes. Wait
Lattes.
for it. Wait. And we should be able to hack into their database now.
Uploading to database. Injecting worm. Searching for keyword infection. Licking, licking, licking. Tastes
Licking?
bad. 101 matches found. Narrowing, narrowing, analyzing. This thing on my neck is about to rupture. Next. If you cook it long enough, it might be safe. Next. This is what you get for opening every piece of email. Next. Anomalous spaceborne biological replication found at the following coordinates.
There, that one. That sounds like a sticky. Let's
Uploading.
Hang
to
on, I want to
database.
hear this
Injecting
again.
worm. Searching for keyword infection. Licking, licking, licking. Tastes
bad.
100.
There,
Yep.
that one. That sounds like a stick.
Look, Elsa, I'm not trying to step on your toes here, but this is a pretty weak lead. We haven't seen any infected in over 2 years now. There's nothing out there. We beat this thing.
It's my responsibility to make sure. A clean sweep is the only way, and that takes time. I've patiently humored you while you polished your pistol, but it's time to follow my orders for once. If you don't like it, you can let yourself out at the next rock.
I hope we find something
God, that
positively
face.
juicy. Analyzing these typical corporeal life forms bores me to a coma. I think I'm going to sterilize my scalpels and rectal speculas.
That fucking face!
Game saved. The breach incident occurred when the first Titan Gate was successfully bypassed by an unregistered traveler, ending the lockdown wars. Though no infected vessels were ever able to escape through the breach, it was widely publicized as the cause of the infection itself. Unbeknownst to the general public at the time, the infection had ravaged the core worlds for centuries beforehand. The breach became a UTA scapegoat to cover up years of concealed conflict.
Fat Buzz. Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Extracted.
Yeah, man, come on in. Let me get you coffee. Oh, you're dead.
You're dead. You're so.
Battle Wagon mode activated. Engaging. Priority asset target locked. Oblivion. Shields offline.
Oh hell.
Engaging. Target locked. Oblivion. Shields offline.
Where's that shield bubble thingy? Ah, there it is. No, not that!
Shields online.
Shields online.
Took care of my mom called. See you later. You know, I really thought you were cool, but you're not.
Shields offline.
Okay, that thing's gonna explode. Time to get away. Oh. Alright, see you, Mercer.
Carl is out sick today. This unit will now distribute the quota of condescending and hurtful remarks. Your mother's mass is greater or equal to the average mass of a red giant. Ha, ha, ha.
I decided to let a chimp from the lab select the last few
Straight
data
up to
allocations
level.
instead of you. We have reached the site.
I just don't have the time for this. I'm bad.
Leave them be.
Area exhausted. Pillaging successful.
Ooh, very nice.
Game saved.
Let's stop off over here. I need a legend. Yeah, I'm up for trading that.
Hey, but chicken! Thanks, you're the best. You really are, yeah.
Thanks, you're the best. Activated. Engaging.
We're not accepting new
Engaging.
Thanks, you're the best. You really are, yeah.
In theory, you can bend wavelengths of light to create an effective cloaking field. This theory is utterly moronic. In practice, I have devised a method to instead bend darkness. How can I be the only one that has come to this determination?
Ved, Jober. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Right.
Game saved. Resource acquired. Awareness expanded.
Ooh.
Added to cargo hold. Signal detected.
How much further? Excuse me.
Scanning area.
What's res?
Res, or resin, is slang for element 126, which was discovered during the colonization of the Alpha Centauri system. It phases in and out of the space-time continuum, making it difficult to detect. Its discovery accounted for the missing gravitational forces we previously dismissed as dark matter. Res tends to drift through solid matter, randomly coming into phase and adhering to corporeal particles. It's only during this state modern technology can observe its effects. Battle wagon mode activated.
By the endless void in a chicken basket. Look how the infection has replicated itself on inanimate material like that. I am going to disable the ship's weapon system so you, trigger-tickling simpletons, do not obliterate this precious sample opportunity for me.
Carl, I'm going to rip your tin head clean off. Turn the weapons back on this instant, or so help me, I will kill you twice over.
What kind of buffoon do you take me for? These samples are totally dormant, even with all this nearby transport traffic. As much as I despise concurring with Admiral Patches, he does have a point. The Dark Puppeteer has been long since destroyed. There is less than absolute zero risk to the ship. Now please, lay in a course next to the infected asteroid so I can perform a battery of scans.
God damn it, Carl.
Fuck me right in the aft. I am so sick and tired of being chronically correct. Carl, weapons, now!
This makes anti-sense.
This-
It is reacting to our presence somehow, despite being absent of any neurological activity. A dozen ships have passed through this region. How do we differ? There must be some sort of catalyst for this reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weapon access code accepted.
Not even an idiot would put that password on his luggage. Thankfully, Carl, you are a
Spaceballs.
rare breed of idiot. Elsa, we are weapons free. Transferring power, acquiring targets now.
I want everything within a parsec of here to be rendered to dust. Destroy anything that moves. Use the ship itself if you have to. Fuck me right in the aft.
That one
I
still
wa-
makes me laugh. I know, it's terrible, but oh god. Kill it with fire, kill it with fire, kill it with fire. Wait a minute. I'm right next up next to this. It sounds like the asteroid is saying "Brrrr." And dead.
Carl, do you even have the slightest clue of the privilege I have bestowed upon you, allowing you to exist aboard my ship, under my order? If only I didn't need someone that knew anything about the infection. Oh, what is the point? I guess this is all my fault for letting you off the leash. You know, I really was starting to think we were finally past all this apocalyptic insanity. Why now? After years of no contamination, why here? Why ever so perfectly orchestrated for our arrival? This just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, maybe not the best place to have a conversation. Let's be sure we only make one mistake here today. Helm, take us out of here.
Come on. Alright.
Judging by the expression on your faces, it would appear I'm about to be the recipient of some violence. It should be noted, however, that this may all be an emotional overreaction to a threat now nullified by the ship's ordnance. That may very well have been the last we see of the infection. It is expected we would find some lingering residue eventually.
Residue? So what now? Just forget it all happened? Sure, I was wrong, thinking the infection was over with, but now we know otherwise. That fault is on me, my bad, but are we supposed to forget that you castrated the ship to satisfy your own interest? Carl, you have an admiration for this filth, and I'd say the thing feels the same way about you. Why else did it react the way it did? For all we know, you've been corrupted already. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are a liability, and you are gonna get us all killed.
That's enough. Ambient babysitting is one thing, but I won't have you all disemboweling each other at a time like this. Get along. That's an order. Carl, you have your samples. I want to know what we're dealing with. Find me some answers. Jameson, I need you to start prepping the mothership for war.
If it took us this long to find an infection candidate, how long do you think it'll take us to find the next one? We just don't have the manpower to scrub the galaxy clean of infection. Elsa, if we really want to make some progress, we need some allies we can delegate to.
Great. I know where this is going. I was hoping we could steer clear of this childish faction feud. One UTA was bad enough. Now we have half a dozen sides to this bloody war, not including our sticky problem.
I'm not one to get involved in politics either, but our backs are up against the hull. We're gonna have to pick a side and play nice for the time being. Weeb hacking for leads is no way to fight a war.
Join a faction, apply for membership, gain relations, use blah blah blah.
Game saved.
Now that we're making a name for ourselves, for a second time, we should be mindful of our reputation. Everyone is on a razor's edge out here.
Mother Nature is a cruel and merciless meat grinder, and the infinite void does not differ. Unless you want someone drinking their Hefeweizen out of your skull, you should leave your fluffy comfort zone and learn as much about this horrific existence as possible. I have prepared a series of extracurricular activities I demand you complete with haste. If the gift of knowledge, experience, and adaptability are not enough for you, there will also be candy.
Okay.
Sure, it's nice to be desired, but being wanted dead or alive isn't exactly what I had in mind. Infuriating folks with money can be a health hazard. They won't think twice about parting with their stacks in exchange for our severed heads. Now, of course, this is a door that can swing both ways. If we need a job done and have the funds to afford it, we can tag someone else. Mindlessly throwing a fistful of hot metal at our opponents will only get us so far. Maybe if we take our time and call our shots, we can make the most of our bullets and photons. Our enemies sure won't shy away from kicking us in our tender spots.
Each subcore mothership will take more damage. Wings, noses, engines will block. Huh. When a parts...
Alert. The mothership is in danger of running out of a critical resource.
What? We're fine. Alright, I'm gonna call it here shortly once we,
Area exhausted.
once we gain to a faction, I'm gonna call it. Rage quit pass. Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Resource acquired. Map updated.
Why are you touching me?
Oh my god.
Can you not see I have more pressing matters?
Yeah, why not?
Wagon mode
Hey, I'm just
activated.
gonna go light years from here.
Target locked. Obliterating.
Coming through, people.
Why use your hands? That is not the game's turn.
And it's dead. That's a noise. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, man, come on in. Let me get your copy.
What do I need? I need 25.
Huh? Yep, 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 yep. best. You really are, yeah.
Okay. First. Brain in a jar.
Game saved.
How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, man, come on in. Let me get you a coffee. Thanks, you're the best. You really are, yeah.
Battle wagon mode activated. Relay point target locked. Obliterating. Shields offline.
Oh god, I've made a mistake. Okay, I need to reattach everything, don't I? This is why you don't run into exploding ships. I'm such a fucking moron sometimes.
I have overheard a few crew
Yes.
members referring to these scientific breakthroughs as level ups. I believe there is already a level up bench in the exercise room. Please desist from spreading confusion and refer to the data allocations as techno-recalibrated deltoid underhandsments.
Game saved.
I guess that's good enough.
Battle
No
wagon
way
mode
I'm sticking
activated.
around for this.
Oh my god, that face, that makeup, all of it.
Fire everywhere. Engaging. Target locked. Obliterated.
Never silence me.
Shields offline.
Oh, that's not good. Almost there. Yep, I'll take that.
Pillaging successful. Game saved.
What?
Welcome to my quiet place.
I guess that's good enough.
There's no way I'm sticking around for this.
Engaging. Engaging. Target locked. Why use your hands? That is not a business.
I'm gonna remember that.
I guess that's good enough.
Alright. That's...
Pillaging successful.
I mean...
Game saved. Awareness expanded.
Hey, but chicken!
For fuck's sake. Maybe? Come on.
Battle
I
wagon
just want a
mode
little more
activated.
relation to...
Target locked. Obliterated.
There we go.
Alright, listen up, everyone. It looks like faction acceptance wasn't even enough to validate our parking. We're just another blip on the radar. We're gonna need to make a serious investment before we can expect any handouts to come our way. Oh, and Carl, do you think you can not try so bloody hard to get us infected? The rest of us have real work to do.
At what parsec did you appoint yourself commander of this ship? Are you trying to kindle some sense of purpose by assaulting my integrity? Perhaps you should resume tossing your feces about the room, rather than tossing blind accusations.
Carl, relax already. It's his job to be suspicious. Maybe don't make yourself such an easy target by perpetually pissing everyone off.
Would it make you feel better if I picked on Mackenzie for a while? I mean, think about this for a second. What does he do all day in the depths of engineering? Why did it take so bloody long to get the ship up and running? Maybe he's been playing us this entire time, pretending to be a nugget.
I had not even considered that possibility. There is sufficient evidence to conclude Mackenzie was the dark entity all along. He must be obliterated.
Crewman Mackenzie located in Engineering, Section B2. Flooding area with thermobaric gas. Thermobaric detonation in 3, 2, 1. Thermobaric child lock detected. Would you like to make this your default browser?
What is this atrocity? How can I be locked out of my own technology?
Carl, you really are sick. The security lockout is for your own good, and for the good of everyone else on board. Nobody will even lift a toilet seat without my authorization. Look, Carl, we need your expertise, but I've met binary pulsars more stable than you.
Let's return to the subject, shall we? The fact is, we need to be running a starbase. From there, we can trade for the ships and weapons we need to cast a wide net. It doesn't have to win any pageants, but we need some base of operations if we want to proceed with cleansing the infection.
Game saved.
Well, there's res and scrap in that one. There's res, a bit of scrap, and a pirate base. Yeah.
Game saved.
Forget. Comparatively.
What? We're supposed to build our own bloody starbases now? Don't we have a guy for this? You, crewman, whatever your name is. Here's the instruction manual. You can read, can you not? Good. Get it done. I have more pressing stuff.
Oh, okay. Well.
Extracted.
Alright, I'm gonna drop off some nonsense and then... we can do arena next time, and I should probably just quick save and quit. We'll do more streaming tomorrow. Maybe get more people.